So guys, in this video, I just want to have a talk with you to go over this topic on how predictable narcissists really are at this point of where I'm at personally in my life, because you go through so many things in so many situations, right? Repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You eventually catch on to it like a puzzle. You eventually catch on to it as if you are playing a video game and you're trying to beat it. You're trying to beat the final boss. You keep trying, you keep dying. But then you finally catch on to what you have to do to beat the boss. This is like predicting what a narcissist is going to do next. Because they're actually very stupid. I'm not going to lie. They really are. Their game sucks. Now that you play it so many times, you see a pattern. You see a direct pattern of what they are doing. And it becomes very easy to predict that pattern. And there might be slight things that are a little bit different, but they all behave in the same similar way. And it becomes very, very predictable. There's only so many tricks that you can pull off. You can't just recreate something that doesn't even exist. There's only so many ways of manipulation that you can get over on somebody before you're done. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work on the old dog. And you guys might see me as a young lad, which I'm pretty young, but I've been through the ringer at a very young age. 15, 16 years old, this shit started happening to me. And it continued to happen all the way up to where I'm at right now. And I would say it was pretty brutal between the age of about 15 to 20. And it got better between the age of 20 to 25. But even between the age 20 and 25, I still had other difficulties. And even a few more with these individuals, but it started to get much easier. You started to catch on to it much more. And it's not like they fooled me to the point where it just completely destroys me, because that shit wasn't happening. Whenever I turned about the age of 19, this stuff stopped happening to me to a certain level. Like, I feel I went through the hardest times with this stuff in between probably 15 and 19. And right around 19 is whenever the more brutal situations I went through stopped happening. And there's still some things that happened in between like 19 to 25. But it's nothing that I never saw coming, because I saw it all coming. Maybe there was like one or two things I didn't see coming, but I was still prepared for the worst. And the fact that I was aware made it not have a very strong effect on me to the point where I could shake it off pretty easily. But you still take chances, you still take risks, so but at the end of the day, the more you go through situations like this, the more predictable they become. The more you start to see that they are not smart individuals at all. And their game actually sucks. And now it's just a joke. It's like nobody wants to mess with me because they know they can't even start. They can't even attempt. They fail at sentence number 1. These individuals, I don't care how good looking they are, they just have no value for me. They have nothing. Like this generation that I'm living in right now, guys, around my age group and a bit younger, people have like get shit together syndrome or some shit. Like, get your shit together syndrome, as if nobody can get their shit together at this age because people think life's a fucking party. You know what I mean? People forgot that you have to continue to grow, and life is not just a fucking party. All you want to do is have fun at around these ages. Have fun for the rest of your life. Have fun when you're an older individual and your identity is missing because you got lost in the sauce. Now you don't know who you are. Now you're screwed. Now you're so far behind on the work that you didn't do because you wanted to party. You wanted to turn up. You wanted to get your pussy rearranged. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand people's mindsets towards life. I've always had this growth mindset. And I wanted other people to have this as well. And it did not happen. Because damn near everybody where I come from took this stupid route. And I was like the leader that nobody wanted to follow. Nobody wanted to take my path. Now people look now and regret it. Because they didn't do it. Because they got weak. Because they did what they wanted to do instead of doing what they should have done. While I was doing what I should have done the entire time, which is becoming a man, a real man, a value. You continue to grow as a person. I didn't know shit whenever I was in school because I was blinded to everything. I was blinded to everything that mattered. And I was playing catch up. Like, literally, the second I got out of high school, I started playing catch up because my identity was not perfect either whenever I was in high school. That's what happens to people that go from high school into colleges, universities, and stuff like this. They're at a loss of identity and they think all they have to do is put their head down and do their schoolwork and get lost in the sauce. They'll get a good job and they'll be perfect. But little do they know, their mental health is like shit. Their mental health is shit. For real. I've seen it happen to so many people. I know people like this to this day. I know people who went through these stages in school. Now they have that good job and everything is shit. They don't know what to do with their money. They're like little children that don't know what to do. They're working this job. They're making money. But they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to call. They don't know shit. They're making money and they don't even know what to do with it. They're just stupid to the real world. And yes, you got to go through school, you know, get your shit done, but doesn't mean you got to get lost in the sauce and completely throw away real life and think life is just all fun and games because reality hits you. That's the whole point of this. I just found it very hard, and you know what, I don't even blame these people that do this because school is brutal. No wonder why they want to get drunk and high all the time. School sucks. I was smoking weed all the time in high school. Still playing sports and stuff like this, but like we hated school. Me and the boys, we hated school. We were getting high. Having a good time. Just barely sliding by in school because we wanted to get the hell out. And the reason why we're doing these things, the reason why I was doing these things is because we didn't have a purpose. I literally looked at school and my agenda and I was like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to go to school after this and be a carpenter, be a welder, take any classes to do anything. I don't want to do any of this. For the rest of my life, are you fucking joking? It's just not for me. I don't want to do any of this. I have different ideas. I have different plans. Look what other people are doing in the world. Why do I have to do this dumb shit that I don't want to do? Dumb shit to me. It's not dumb to everybody. It's dumb to me because I don't want to do this. I'd be thinking every single second of every single day, I don't want to be here. At school, after school, and at this job that I didn't even want to get. And there's so many people stuck in these situations, and that sucks. That sucks. That'll never happen to me. And that's just why I felt lost in school, because I was doing all the wrong things. Clearly. I didn't even need high school. I didn't need any school. Maybe up to the point where, you know what, there's benefits to school too. You can get a little bit smarter. But I didn't need it after high school. It's probably pretty smart to graduate high school, just in case, but which I did. But I didn't need college, that's for damn sure. And I didn't like high school. Wasn't a fan. Didn't like a lot of people there. Thought it was fake as shit. And I just wanted to go my own way in life. I just wanted to make my own path, do my own thing. Learn myself. Teach myself things that actually matter. And it's what I did. And the moment I was at a high school was the moment I stopped doing dumb things. Like getting high every single day, all day. And I got on track because I had a purpose now. I got my head down and I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting in work. And things just start happening whenever you do this. Naturally. Got into fitness model a little bit. Went into the MMA and boxing world a little bit. Did some other things. Got into business. Spent like 4 to 6 months into the business world just looking at how everything's done. Talking to people from across the world on calls. Dipped into the trading and stuff like this, like cryptocurrency and stuff. I just witnessed and seen a lot of things. And I think it's a good idea for people to do. People that have the mind of an entrepreneur, the mind of a business person, the mind of somebody that doesn't want to be an employee, because that shit's not for me. It's just not. I can do it for a bit, but I can't do it forever, because there's just something else for me to do myself. There's something that I can do that I don't have to do this, and that's the thing. And I just feel lost whenever I'm trying to follow somebody else's agenda. That's just how it is for me, guys. But back to this for a second. The game of the narcissist, right? I still talk to people on the phone, believe it or not, that still are not fully aware of how severe this is. They have too much hope in the narcissists themselves that they're going to change, that they're going to be good all of a sudden. They're going to realize that they think the narcissist is going to realize, like, oh shit, like I made a mistake. I should be a good person to you because you deserve that. And I deserve you and you deserve me. We're good together. Let's go together. We won't have any more problems. This is not the case. They can tell you this. They can tell you and do things like this, but it's not the truth. You can't get caught up into their game. You have to understand. Sometimes you have to go through the ringer yourself, to be honest. Sometimes all this information in the world will not help you. And that is the truth. But if you've been through the ringer and you get this information, that sure as shit will help. But sometimes if you just haven't got hit hard enough by the narcissist, you may never understand. You may always have this false hope until you get hit hard enough. And you might get hit another time and still not get hit hard enough. You're going to make a dumbass decision once again and get hit again. And get hit again until it hits you hard enough to the point where you're like, okay, I fully understand now. I fully understand now. I get the game. Because this is what happened to me. That's whenever I understood the game. Because it is a game. Narcissists are games that you have to beat. When you beat the game, what do you do when you beat the game? You don't keep playing a game that you beat. You move on. Once you defeat the narcissist, you move on from that. Game over. You won. You get your reward at the end. When you can beat one of these individuals and stand tall and be confident and still be who you are and have everything that you had before you even met them, you just won yourself a prize and you're going to get rewarded. This is what I suggest doing. Maybe you do need to get hit a little bit harder. But at the end of the day, guys, honestly, you're going to make the mistakes you're going to make. And that's just how it's going to be. Information or not. Things will happen. And everybody has a limit. Whenever you reach your limit, the game goes in your favor. Now you almost can't be played anymore because you got the game down pat. You just have to watch out for the things that mess with you and your identity. That's what you have to watch out for. You can't let nothing disturb you and your identity as a human being. You can't let somebody suck you into their world, because this is what narcissists are good at doing. As long as they're in your presence long enough, it will happen. And you don't see it happening, you might feel good, but you're going to feel pretty damn bad when you understand that you're being led by a fucking dweeb. An absolute dweeb that knows nothing. They just want to pretend they do, but they actually know jack shit. And that's the scary thing. They have a personality disorder and these people are trying to lead you. Because this is what happened to me. This is what happened to friends that I actually know to this day right now. And it's a messed up thing to see. And it's a dangerous thing for anybody to get involved in. What you gotta do is get hit hard enough and get away and stay away. Forever. You know now. Don't make the same mistake again. Don't think they're gonna change. If they change, you're gonna know it. They're not gonna come and say it. You might see them somewhere, something might happen, and you're gonna know. Not right away either. But they will show. They will show you their true colors. You can hang out with them long enough to see their true colors and you'll know if they actually change or not. Because some people can make very, 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 very bad decisions when they're younger and things like this and mess people up. But then really come through and awakening themselves and they smarten up and they wisen up and now they're on point as a human being. Does it happen all the time? No, it doesn't. But it can. So you just got to be aware. And like I said, everybody has a limit. When you reach your limit is the same moment where you figure out that game of the narcissist. Because it's a messed up thing. And these people, they act and pretend to be a good person in your presence right away, but that's not who they are. Narcissists are fake nice people, and it's cringeworthy to see. It's very cringeworthy to see. Because when you're in their presence, you know this person is not about shit, because you can feel that vibe off of them. You can feel that they're not smart. You can actually feel that they're not intelligent at all. They're just being a fake nice person, trying to butter you up, trying to do things like this. When really they ain't about shit. They haven't changed. They haven't done anything. And you have to stay away from people like that. Because they're going to be fake nice. And they're going to try to get into your life. Not only to take things from you, but to get information as well. That's the dangerous thing. These people are very dangerous. More dangerous than you'll ever know. And if you let them close, you let them near you, they get a bunch of information. They can mess things up for you. Because they're like Tasmanian devils. They just want to make a mess out of everything. Very, 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 very toxic people. Screw them all. But anyways, I'm going to cut this video short. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I'm tired as hell. Gonna get some honey after this video and another meal, and I'm off to bed. But I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos, guys. And I haven't checked the comments in a bit, so I'm gonna check a bunch of the comments on like the last 6 to 8 videos or something like that. So I'm gonna get to those, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace out.